This week on the Spotlight, we talked to the great Paul Konerko, one of the all-time greatest White Sox players. And we flash back to our championship match for trivia from December of 2017. We also have some Ozzie Guillen. He was a great manager for the White Sox. Took him to the '05 World Series. And a catcher you might not know, but he spent some time with the White Sox. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. It's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Great repairs at 108th and Kedzie. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You better get to Mad Anthony. It's a great sports bar and grill located at 3350 West 47th Street. Serving La Coco's pizza sandwiches and full bar. My trivia there every other Friday. I hope to see you there. You've got to get to the SOC. Live Benkowski Trivia. Alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. See you there. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to Lulu's because they've got it all. Italian beef, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, gyros, fish, salads, subs, ribs, and a lot more. At Taylor and Ogden, 2200 West, you got to check out Lulu's. They got everything. You've got to get to the Wise Owl. They have pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban, carrot soup, elote burgers. My trivia game alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. Great cocktails and bartenders. Easy to reach at Van Buren and Racine by the UIC neighborhood. The Wise Owl is a very cool place with way better than average bar food. I will see you soon at the Wise Owl. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Porter. We're here in the Spotlight in Nancy Faust's organist booth. And I don't think this is the Beach Boys. I think it's Beach Baby. But I was thinking beach because it is still summer. And I'll probably have a request for Nancy before we finish the program. Right now, though, we're going to go downstairs where the players are speaking, sounding off about the intensity of the September portion of the pennant race. And we'll start the proceedings with a very intense, but appropriately so, Paul Konerko in the clubhouse, sounding off about the pressures of Detroit, Minnesota, and the rest of battling for a playoff spot.
You're saying how you've got a lot of games left, over a month's worth of games, but at what point does it start getting urgent where time starts to become a factor in positioning yourself in the standings?
It just depends on where you're at the last day. I mean, obviously, it's all relative to how you see it. I mean, if you wanted to come in with a 10-game lead going into September, then it's not good. But things can change quick, and there's not a lot of games left relative to the season. I mean, 30 games out of 160 is not a lot, but with the amount of the difference between the teams and all that, 48, 72 hours. one way or the other can change things drastically, good or bad. So, until it gets inside of 10 games where you're, a few games back, that's when you really get your backs up against the wall. Right now, you just keep playing. You don't think about it.
Do you sense, coming off last year, fan and media, I don't know if you call it unfair pressure, because of the fact that you had the huge lead last year?
I don't know. I mean, I think you win a World Series, there's going to be expectations. Unless you break up the team, which we didn't do, you actually added it and tried to get better. So as long as you do that, there's going to be expectations to go out and certainly get to the playoffs again, and then try to get to the World Series again. But other than that, I mean, anything that comes along with it is great. I mean, I'm not going to trade any of it for taking away the World Series. So that's the way I look at it. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all if people get down or some people say stuff that's ridiculous, because it all comes along with the fact that we won the World Series. If we had never won the World Series, I mean, you guys were never even here on a Sunday morning. I mean, so here we are.
As far as comparison from your end, comparing being the chased team last year to being the team that's chasing this year, which is harder?
Well, I think that's tough to answer. I mean, I think they're both very tough for their own reasons, because anytime you got to when you're tracking down, I mean, I think this year, like last year, Cleveland was trying to track down a good team. This year, we're the team that's trying to track down good teams, and we're a good team as well. I think the division is totally different now. I mean, people still, I think, and ourselves included, think that if you're in second place or even third, things must be going wrong. But the way the division is now, you can be a very good team. I mean, Cleveland's the fourth place team, and they're not too bad as far as the way they play the game and the way they can hit and all that. So I mean, people have to realize that a good team can struggle in this division because there's so many head-to-head games against very good teams.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage.
2 days before besides the day off.
Has that been probably one of the bigger problems with the pitching staff, the inconsistency, but that means you're throwing your bullpen earlier and more often than usual?
Well, I just it's funny because I never put attention on that. That thing in the league, we are the team use the bullpen less than anybody else. That surprised me. That told you how bad pitching is. Wow, it was surprised me. Like last night I was talking about the bullpen, and the PR department, that's their job, to say, you use the bullpen less than anybody in baseball. I say, oh my God, I told my kids, forget about position, be a pitcher. Wow, because those guys use more than we do. Well, that means that people had a lot of problems with the starters. You know what I mean? And I think we try to monitor the best we can. I think we're okay in the bullpen because if we have problem in the bullpen, we will bring another pitcher. So far, we know how to do it. And, you know, some guys don't pitch well, but they eat innings. They went out and pitched 6-7 innings, even they're not pitching well. And, you know, right now, I think the bullpen is ready. I think the only one we got to stay away for a couple of days is McCarthy. And in a couple more days, a couple kids from the minor league got to enjoy the team, and that's going to help.
Thinking about bringing up.
I don't know. Right now, it's hard for me to say who I want, who we want, who I need. It's a couple of guys in plan, but they're in the playoff. And I don't know how to handle the situation. Obviously, the Chicago White Sox are more important than the Charlotte Niners. I apologize to the general manager and the fans, but we got to do it, whoever the call is, to help us. Right now, we try to get Owens hurt. I think Sweeney, he should be here. Sweeney, I'm going to need a catcher, and I might need 2 guys in the bullpen. But I don't know who exactly they are. I think it's a Stewart as a catcher, I think so. But right now, I got to wait for David Walder and Kenley Williams to say, well, I need these position players. Okay, that's what you're going to get. Maybe Tracy and Hager, but I don't know the AAA situation.
Ozzie, we watched the Twins the last couple of days, aggressive on the base paths, and I think about the Sox of 2005, and then I looked up some stats and I see Makoviak and Anderson each on base almost 90 times, but less than 10 stolen base attempts for each.
We're not good enough this year in that particular department. We don't. I told to Brian Anderson, you got to go this winter and work on, or you'll be a power hitter, or you'll be a base runner. I think Brian Anderson is a faster guy he don't know how to steal bases. You got to work on it because you have to go either one. If you play center field, you go deep or you steal bases. And right now he's going to do either one. You got to work on it in which one you got to pick. I think the stolen base is more easy for him to be a power hitter. But we need more speed. We really poor in stolen base situation. And last year we got Poseni was a guy who was really running. Everybody out got almost similar year.
Is there a chance when this race is done, it could be you and Minnesota in the playoffs with Detroit working out?
That's hard. That's hard to say because I still believe Detroit got a great pitching staff. I mean, it's no doubt they got to play. They got to be careful because other song were used so high all year long. Another song every time it's going down, and you got a team like Minnesota playing that well. That happened to us last year, and that's why you have to stay calm. You don't have to panic, and I'm for sure the manager they have, he will handle that situation. He's not going to handle the way they're going to play, but he will handle the pressure about the other guys. Hey, it's all about them. Then they have to look back. We have to look up. It's harder to look up to try to grab and look back to try to kick you down. This is going to be for a little while. This pennant race is going to be pretty fun.
Is Tampa a tough series for you guys?
Every series is tough.
That's the way they get
the way they play, the way then we go to Kansas City. Everybody, no. We got to have tough months, no matter who we play. They always play good, and seems like every time we have a team, they have a little speed. We have problem because all thing kill us is the stolen bases. We know how to run as well. Every time they steal base, they score, and that's not good for a ball club.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery 2. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Minkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. We're back on the South Side talking White Sox, and a guy who didn't really get anywhere near the media attention that some of the other young players did who were vying for jobs in the White Sox in 2010, the catching position. A surprise and unexpected injury to Ramon Castro put Donnie Lucien in an unusual position, and he took full advantage of it. He made the 25-man roster, and we talked to the White Sox catcher, who's the backup man to AJ, about winning the job and how he feels to be here with the big club in April instead of September. Talking to Sergio about making the team, and he was saying he had a feeling just from being on the 40-man that he had a chance, but was there a certain point in camp where you had a feeling that things were going your direction?
Maybe the last week I thought there was a shot when Castro was kind of hurting a little bit, and I was the only guy left. I started catching more games towards the end. I thought, there's a shot I could end up breaking with this team if Castro isn't ready. And, sure enough in Atlanta, I didn't know until I think Ozzie told me in the third inning. He pulled me down in the tunnel and then came back up and let me know, and it was pretty cool.
A little bit about some of the pitchers. You got a pretty high-profile starting staff. Who did you catch the most, and who maybe surprised you with what they had?
I've definitely caught Danks and Gavin the most. They've been with us here the last 3-4 years. I've been with the organization about 6 years, so I've caught them the most. Burley too. But catching Peavy this spring was pretty cool. His stuff it's legit, and he can throw it anytime, all sides of the plate. So he definitely impressed me this spring.
I only caught one game against the Dodgers in Arizona, and it looked like he'd throw 93 and then come back with about a 79, some really bottom of dropping out stuff. What does he throw where it I don't know, it looks like a slurve or something?
Yeah, it's definitely a type slider, and it's nasty. He's like you said, he can go 93 down to about 79, 80 with that, and it's tough as a hitter, man. I'm glad I'm catching it and not facing him.
Exactly. I overheard a little bit about your an injury that you was very serious. It was shoulder oriented?
No, it was actually my knee. Yeah, in 08, in the beginning of the year, I took a swing playing in AAA, and I blew out my back knee. My cleat caught in the dirt on a swing and went down, and left the game right away and had surgery about 3 weeks later, and it was pretty bad. Tore my MCL and patella and some cartilage. So, there's a possibility that I wouldn't come back, but fortunately enough, I was able to, and lucky enough to find myself here today. So
modern medicine.
No, it's awesome.
15 years ago, and you wouldn't have, right?
No, I'm sure that was the case. The staff here with the White Sox, both in the major leagues and the minor leagues, is top notch, and I attribute all their work, and it's kind of sticking with me. It's easy to kind of give up on a guy when they have his surgery, and it's kind of out of mind, out of sight, and they stuck with me, and I was healthy coming in this year and had a good camp, and I guess I'm here today, so it's pretty sweet.
We've seen you in September before, and what kind of things have you worked on that you think helped made you the choice?
Just becoming the complete player. I remember when I first got drafted by the White Sox a number of years ago, Tommy Thompson was the catching coach at the time. He said the best way to get to the big leagues is to become the complete player, be able to bunt, base run, catch, hit, do a little bit of everything. And I think I've kind of done that through my career here, and it's kind of helped me get here today, is being able to do a lot of those things.
What did you see in this White Sox team in camp that makes you think this is a real contender and a team that maybe will outdo some of the predicted third-place finishes we keep reading about in the national magazines?
I mean, yeah, I think you got to start with the staff. I mean, as a catcher, I look at our staff, and it's awesome. I mean, you got some guys that can really throw the ball, and not only the starting guys, the bullpen is phenomenal, and that's kind of the key to a great team is pitching, and obviously the offense is here with Paulie and Los and Kotze. Those guys are going to do their job. So I think the pitching is just phenomenal.
One thing I never did remember getting from you is where you grew up in baseball and maybe who you looked up to as individual players or a team.
I grew up in San Diego, so I was a big Padre fan actually growing up. So Tony Gwynn was actually kind of my guy. He was everybody's guy in San Diego. But as far as catching was concerned, I always enjoyed watching Pudge, behind the dish. He was awesome. There's a great defensive guy, Mike Matheny, who unfortunately is out of the game now, but he was awesome. I love watching him. But yeah, it's definitely a Padre guy growing up, but I love watching all the great catchers.
If there was one key to April at the big league level, what would you say it is for this White Sox team?
Well, at the big league level, this is my first April, so I wouldn't have too much insight. But like I said earlier, I think if your pitching gets off to a good start, then it's going to keep you in ball games. And even if your hitting starts a little slow, you can eke out a 2-1 game here, 3-1 game. So your pitching can really keep you in some games early.
Well, we'll be looking for you in maybe like an 8th inning situation. Maybe you come in and. Maybe in the 9th inning you throw a base runner out to end a ball game. How about that?
That sounds good. Appreciate it.
We'll be looking for that. You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. You've got to get to Oliver, 6100 West 159th Street for my live trivia. Alternate Wednesdays now at 7 p.m. It's a great place with great food and drink and fun. Get to Oliver's on a Wednesday. I'll see ya. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people, everything great. You've got to get to Mad Anthony, a great sports bar and grill at 3350 West 47th Street. They serve Lococo's Pizza, sandwiches in a full bar, and my trivia is every other Friday, start about 5:45. Fun times at Mad Anthony. See you over there. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. All right, the Reggie All-Stars are up. Middle of the country, several Chicago restaurants with this name. 9 letters, begins with Z. They're going to throw. The only team that hasn't thrown will. Value is 180. You're a veteran of this. You've done this a zillion times. It's good. Zacatecas. So you go to 1490 and you're one off the lead now. Wow. Sock weirdos. Among NFL kickers with 2,000 points scored, I'm going to give you 4 first names, and you tell me 2 of their last names. All right? Jason, John, Matt, George. Five seconds. Did you say Ryan? Oh, Bryant. Not Bryant, no. We go to Jack's Night Out. Five seconds. Going. Going. Time's up. We go to Ileana. Bland is one. One more. What do you say? Jason, John, Matt. Going. Going. So sorry. J and B. Matt Barr is not right. Reggie All-Stars. Jason Hansen is correct. You get 160. The other guys were Matt Stover, John Carney. So the Reggie All-Stars at 1650 and the lead in the game. And the Sock Weirdos trying to get to 1,000. Playing whatever they want to play. TV. In 2003, he won Best Actor in a Drama for an HBO show. Name the man, no longer with us. 5. James Gandolfini, yes. So it's a 120, Sock to 900. They're about to join their brethren. Jack's Night Out, chasing the virtual co-leaders. 2006, she won Best Actress in a Drama for an NBC crime-oriented show. Mariska Hargitay. What do you think? I got a thing for her? 140. 1370. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles, their first Super Bowl win ever, and to Brian Urlacher for joining the Pro Football Hall of Fame on the first ballot. What a great bear. See you next week. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Great repairs, great people. Lansing Floral, 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.